Hello everybody, Zabian here, and in this video I'll be showing you how to farm and craft the Sky Golem mount which was released in Mists of Pandaria. Before we get started, I will let you know that the mount itself takes a minimum of 30 days to craft because of one material which has a daily cooldown. Flying in Pandaria is not required, but will make farming materials a heck lot faster. For this guide, you will need to have engineering and alchemy up to 600 skill, as well as having mining up to a skill of 550. I have made a video for leveling each of these professions to 600, so if you need to go and level one up, it's only a click away. Although the materials we will be farming can be bought on the auction house. The item we will be farming to obtain is the Chief Engineer Jard's Journal. Farming the recipe was relatively quick as it drops from pretty much any max level mob. I however wanted to make sure that it was dropping faster, so I decided that I would go to the Imperial Granary, which is located near the bottom of the Valley of the Four Winds. Mobs around this area spawned relatively quickly, although it didn't matter as I got the item in a matter of seconds. The main mobs that I was farming while there were the tricky mazers, which are generally found on top of the stacks of grain. So now that you have the recipe, we can move on to farming the materials that you need. To create one Sky Golem, you will need 30 living steel and 30 of the Jard's Peculiar Energy Sources. Jard's Peculiar Energy Source requires 10 Ghost Iron bars to create one and has a daily cooldown. This is the only material that really causes a little problem. That problem of course being that you will have to craft this material every single day for 30 days before you can even craft the golem. Living steel will require you to use alchemy. If you have a freshly leveled alchemist and don't have all the transmute recipes, then head over to your nearest trainer. Make sure to change the filter on the top right corner to available, as by default the trainer shows no recipes. Then scroll down until you find the Master Healing Potion, then buy that recipe from your trainer. Next, you will need to buy around 80 crystal vials and 80 tea leaves, and then craft the Master Healing Potions. By the time you finish crafting all of those, you should have learned all of the transmute recipes. Although to use these transmutes, you will need to use a Philosopher's Stone. You can buy the recipe from your nearest alchemy vendor. For crafting living steel, you have two options. You can either make all of them as fast as you want, or make them once per day to sync up with the energy sources. Riddle of Steel allows you to craft as many living steel as you want with no daily cooldown. However, you will also need to go and farm Spirits of Harmony. Riddle of Steel requires that you have 3 Trillium bars and 3 Spirits of Harmony. If you don't know where to farm the Spirits of Harmony, click on the annotation on the screen and it will take you to McNev's guide. Transmute living steel is a lot easier to do but has a daily cooldown. It requires 6 Trillium bars instead of 3 and does not use Spirits of Harmony. Although living steel is purchasable from the auction house, I would recommend farming it as it could cost you anywhere from 9 to 19,000 gold for them all. Now on to actually getting the materials. I usually farm Ghost Iron in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, although it doesn't really matter where you farm them as they are everywhere in Pandaria. However, here is the route that I use. In total for the entire craft, you will need to farm around 4,200 Ghost Iron ore, which sounds like a lot, but remember you have 30 days to do it, so you can space it out a little. While you are farming Ghost Iron, keep an eye out for Trillium deposits, as they allow you to create Trillium bars using smelting. And honestly, that's about it. Just to recap, you will be creating 30 Jard's Peculiar Energy Sources, 30 Living Steel bars. The Jard's Peculiar Energy Sources require 10 Ghost Iron bars each, which is 20 ore, so for all 30, you will need 600 ore. Living Steels require 6 Trillium bars each. 1 Trillium bar requires 10 Ghost Iron bars, meaning all 6 require 120 iron ore. In total for all 30 steels, you will need about 3,600 ore. The grand total amount of Ghost Iron you will need is about 4,200 ore, or 21 full stacks. I really hope this guide helped you guys. If it did, then please show your appreciation by hitting that like button, and if you want to see more content from me, then please slam that subscribe button. If you have any suggestions on a guide I should do next, or any other type of video, please feel free to comment down below. Thanks for watching, and as for the rest of your day, I hope you enjoy it.